Africa is an enormous continent, and it offers countless destinations worth exploring. In a trip through Africa, you can meet the Masai Mara people in Kenya, look out onto the plains of the Serengeti, or relax on a tropical island. Africa is diverse and beautiful, and there is no end to what you can see, do, and explore there. Today, we'll check out 10 best places to visit in Africa. Number 10. Explore Cape Town, South Africa. One of the most beloved destinations on the continent, Cape Town sits at the southern tip of South Africa, near where the Atlantic Ocean and Indian Ocean meet at the Cape of Good Hope. It is a culturally rich and visibly stunning city that is very easy to fall in love with on a first visit. Table Mountain rises from the center of the city, while the striking 12 Apostle rock formations beyond provide the backdrop for gorgeous white sand beaches like Clifton and Camps Bay along its Atlantic Ocean coastline. There is so much to see and do in Cape Town. There are active adventures like hiking to the top of Lion's Head to watch the sunrise, and important historic explorations like taking a somber trip to Robben Island, where Nelson Mandela was a political prisoner for 27 years before the apartheid regime fell. The city is also home to a plethora of museums, galleries, local boutiques, and world-class restaurants and hotels. Number 9. Go back in time in Zanzibar, Tanzania. A visit to Zanzibar feels like stepping into another world, one where time stands still, and the only city, Stone Town, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The island in the Indian Ocean just off the coast of Tanzania is a place where Arab dhows, fishing boats still ply the picture-perfect turquoise seas, and you can get lost in the beauty of Stone Town, wandering its narrow alleys past old mosques, vibrant bazaars, and riads with intricately carved doorways. Away from the hustle of the city, really it feels like a small town, the rest of the island is filled with gorgeous beaches where days are spent lazing on white sand or snorkeling and diving in the colorful coral reefs around the island. These are still teeming with life and home to more than 500 marine species. Nungwi, at the northern tip of the island, is a favorite beach destination. There are a number of hotels and guest houses here, including the Z Hotel Zanzibar. The chic beachfront boutique hotel is set in a beautiful tropical garden, and all rooms come with floor-to-ceiling glass doors opening onto sea-facing balconies. Number 8. Witness the Pyramids of Giza, Egypt. Watching the sun rise or set over the Pyramids of Giza in Egypt from the back of a camel is an experience you'll never forget. The pyramids and the Great Sphinx date back to the 26th century BCE and are Egypt's most iconic attractions. The Pyramids of Giza are easy to access from Egypt's capital and largest city, Cairo, which is equally fascinating to visit. Set on the banks of the Nile River, Cairo is a chaotic and buzzy place that appears to never slow down, even in the dead of night. Here, ancient history meets a modern metropolis, and there is much to see and do, with a visit to the Egyptian Museum at the top of most lists. Book one of the higher floor rooms at the Fairmont Nile City for sweeping views of the river and the Pyramids of Giza in the distance. The Lux Hotel also has a rooftop swimming pool and restaurant with more mesmerizing vistas and a spa for post-flight pampering. Number 7. Experience Victoria Falls, Zimbabwe, and Zambia. Visit Victoria Falls during the rainy seasons when the water volume is high, and you'll understand why locals call this impressive waterfall the smoke that thunders. The sound of water rushing over rock before dropping into a pool some 300 plus feet below sounds like the roll of thunder, and the mist that spews back up resembles thick smoke. It is an impressive sight. Protected as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Victoria Falls is on the mighty Zambezi River and creates the border between Zimbabwe and Zambia. The waterfall is not only impressive for its dramatic drop, but also for its length, which creates a 1.7-kilometer long curtain of water as it drops. For the best views of the falls in full, you'll want to explore the Zimbabwe side, where you can follow a walking trail, expect to get drenched when the water volume is high, to various viewpoints. On the Zambia side, you can get very close to the falls themselves and, if you're brave enough, even take a dip in Devil's Pool, which literally sits at the top of the falls before they tumble down, down, down. Number 6. Wander the Souks of Marrakesh, Morocco. Beautiful Marrakesh in Morocco makes for the perfect introduction to this fascinating North African country that can actually be accessed via an overnight ferry from southern Spain. Marrakesh is located in western Morocco and is the country's 4th largest city and home. The walled Medina here dates back to the Berber Empire. Spend a day wandering its maze-like streets filled with souks, marketplaces, selling everything from spices to jewelry to brightly colored traditional clothing and slippers. With a Moorish minaret that is part of the city's skyline, Kotobia Mosque is one of the top attractions in Marrakesh, dating back to the 12th century. For a different perspective of this vibrant, chaotic, and very lovable city, book a hot air balloon ride for early morning. You'll watch the sun set the rooftops ablaze as you float above Marrakesh. Number 5. Go gorilla trekking in Rwanda. Trekking to see endangered mountain gorillas in their natural habitat is on the bucket list for many animal lovers, and Rwanda's Virunga Mountains are home to more than half the remaining wild population on the planet. Volcanoes National Park is where the trek to see these majestic primates take place. You cannot just go on your own, but must join a guided trip that requires a permit. Rwanda is one of Africa's smallest countries, and its capital city of Kigali is heralded for being one of Africa's cleanest. It is also located just 2.5 hours from the gorilla trekking, making this emerging tourism destination easy to explore. Number 4. Watch the sunrise over the dunes in Sossusvlei, Namibia. Located in southwest Africa, Namibia is a one-of-a-kind destination that is often overlooked when planning trips to the continent. It shouldn't be. The country is chock full of adventures and landscapes you wouldn't find anywhere else on the continent, including Namib Desert and Sossusvlei. Part of the Namib-Naukluft National Park, Sossusvlei is a giant, flat salt pan surrounded by a sea of red and orange sand that has been sculpted into an otherworldly landscape of towering dunes and desolate valleys sprinkled with petrified dead trees. It is especially spectacular at first light, when the rising sun brings the dunes into focus and makes them glow. Other major attractions in Namibia include the Skeleton Coast, named for the skeletons of wrecked ships that crashed along the misty Atlantic coastline here, and Etosha National Park, one of Africa's best game reserves. Number 3. Find serenity by the sea and in the Sahara in Tunisia. Facing towards Europe's Mediterranean coastline, Tunisia is Africa's most northerly country. It is a gorgeous, sun-soaked destination where European and Arab influences blend together. Home of a beautiful stretch of beaches on the Mediterranean Sea, Tunisia is a popular vacation destination for Europeans seeking some winter sun. The island Jerba is a perfect spot to indulge. Afterwards, venture into the Sahara Desert for more mesmerizing scenery. The desert covers much of Tunisia's interior, but its most stunning section is known as the Grand Oriental. Here, you'll find a rolling sea of orange sand juxtaposed against a bright blue sky. Sightsee via dune buggy, on foot, or from the back of a camel. The town of Duz serves as the adventure hub for this area. and from here you can book the above-mentioned excursions. Number 2. Summit Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania. With the elevation of 19,341 feet, Tanzania's Mount Kilimanjaro, Kili for short, is Africa's highest mountain and also holds the world record for the highest single freestanding mountain. It isn't part of a range. Rising from the plains of the Serengeti, it is a dominant volcano and creates a stunning backdrop for wildlife safaris in the region. Most people visit Kili to climb to its summit. It is especially popular because the trek involves no rock climbing expertise or mountaineering equipment. You also won't face the extreme weather challenges of climbing other continents' highest peaks, like Mount Everest. You'll need to be in good shape and adjusted to the altitude. The trek to the top takes a minimum of 6 days, and you'll need to go on a guided excursion. Number 1. Go on safari in Kruger National Park, South Africa. South Africa's Kruger National Park is one of Africa's oldest conservation areas and a top safari destination on the continent. The vast park, which actually extends into Mozambique to the east, is home to South Africa's most diverse wildlife population. It is also surrounded by private reserves like Sabi Sands Game Reserve that animals can cross into and out of at will for an even more upscale safari experience. Kruger is also a safari destination within reach for many different budgets. As a national park, visitors can actually explore Kruger on self-drive safaris and then camp or stay in national park lodges. However, we recommend joining an organized game drive for the best shot of seeing the most animals, as you'll be in an open vehicle and with guides who know where to look for the big 5: elephant, lion, leopard, buffalo, and rhino. Do let us know in the comment what's your favorite place among them. Please subscribe to Travel the World. Thanks for watching.